gave me a check for 50 grand and said, we want you to think about it. I'm standing there going, I'm staying at the train station. Think about it, thought. I went up to Canada, to the Montreal Just for Laughs Festival. I was down there and a guy saw me and invited me up, and they had a night called Danger Night. The first night of the festival was called Danger Night. And the only way you can go on stage if you sign a paper that says you'll do 10 minutes and you can't do any material. You have to walk up and make up your set. So the first night I got to town, I was at the club, I signed up for Danger Night. What's dangerous? I'd been at the Apollo Theater. That's danger. I'm in Montreal, ooh. I walked out there and was killing, because all I was talking about was not being able to speak French. And I was asking this French dude what time it was. And I didn't know that they must speak mostly French in Montreal. So I asked him what time it was. Just que c'est poisson que. And I didn't understand what he said. I said, no, sir, what time is it? He said, oh, so hot dog, so quanto? I said, I ain't saying you about no hot dog. What time is it? And I thought he was just being racist. But he wasn't. The didn't know what I was talking about. But this was 1992. You know, I'm militant. I thought was being racist. And I'm talking this crazy. And he's honest, but I didn't even know he was homeless. This was trying to get something to eat, and I'm trying to find out what time it was. I told that story, I was murdering. I walked off stage, and Robin Flynn, Ed Bartlett, and a lady named Ellen McNair came up to me and said, you were hysterical. Would you come to our hotel suite at the Four Seasons on Friday? And I went. They said, we're with ABC, and they all gave me a card, and I saw comedy development, business development. You know, this is 1992. I had just got out of homelessness. I'm going to the Four Seasons. I'm up here staying down at the train station. So I go up to the Four Seasons, and they said, we want to make you an offer. And I said, what? We want you to do a TV show for ABC, but we don't want you to sign with anybody else, so we're going to present you with a holding deal. I said, when? They said, right now. Lee Bartlett came out the room and handed me a check with my name on it for $50,000. Gave me a check for 50 grand and said, we want you to think about it. I'm standing there going, I'm staying at the train station. Think about it, thought. I signed the deal. They flew me out to LA 2 weeks later and gave me a TV show called Me and the Boys. I signed the contract as soon as they gave it to me. I went from homelessness to making $75,000 every Thursday.